Hi, this is L.Vinitha Sree from Mahindra College of Engineering, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Today we'll see something about database management system. So as we know, database management system in the sense data, which means a data, that is a piece of information, and database in the sense it is some huge amount of data. The collection of data is a database, and the database management system deals with how the way we are going to handle all those data. So in database management system we used to store some large amount of data, and we can retrieve the data at the time of required. So we'll see the basics of database management system. So here is some introduction to database management system. So a database management system, it is a collection of interrelated data and various programs that are used to handle the data, which means so all the interrelated data, if we are taking some data, all the data that are related to the particular data in collection, we say it as a database. So we through the programs we are going to handle all those huge amount of data that is going to be your database. So whenever we are considering a data, it is some little amount of information. Database in the sense it is some huge amount of data. So that large amount of data is handled only through the programs. So the primary goal of DBMS is to provide a way to store and retrieve the required information from the database in the convenient and efficient manner. So the primary goal of the database is going to be how the way we are going to store the data. We should be efficiently and effectively store the data, and at the time of require we have to retrieve that particular data in a convenient manner. So DBMS allows us to achieve these two goals very effectively. So these are some of the applicational areas of database management system. That is, in accounting session we are using the database management system to enroll the employee pay details or employee database maintaining. So in the accounting session we are using, and also in the manufacturing field we are using this database, where we are using like how much products we have manufactured and how much dispatched. So in such we are using in the manufacturing field. And of course we are also using in banking sectors. As we know very well, banking sector deals with some large amount of data, right? Like we are having some loan session, and we have some current or saving account for the customers. So we have to maintain the customer basic details like their name, their account number, and along with their personal details. And if any customer taking a loan, we have to maintain all those loan details. So in the field of banking, this database management system plays a major role. And also in universities, of course, whenever we are taking universities, we have some large amount of data like students database along with the faculties, right? So while considering universities, we have to maintain the employee details and also the student details. And also next one is the reservation system. So in reservation system, whatever the reservation may be, either it may be a train or bus or whatever it may be. So in the reservation system we have to maintain some large amount of data. For example, when the customer booking a ticket, or when they are going to cancel, or if they are taking the same ticket, whatever it may be, we have to maintain some reservation system. In reservation system we have to maintain some large amount of data. And of course in the telecommunication system, as we know very well, so this telecommunication is also deals with some large amount of data. So these are very basic applicational areas, that is the accounting, manufacturing, banking, universities, reservation systems, and in telecommunications. So the next one is, what is the purpose, why we are going for the database management system? The first thing is the addition of new data. So maybe some data may be already created, so we may add some new data. Okay, so that is the basic, the first initial data is the addition of new data. And updating the data in the sense we already may have some data, so again we may update any details. For example, if I am maintaining any student details, I may create a table. If I may enter the student name, mail ID, phone number. If any students needs to update their phone number, yes, of course we can update the same data in the same database. And the last one is deleting the data. If any data which is not required, which is not related to a particular point, we can delete the data. So these three are going to be the purpose of database management system, that is the addition of new data, updating the data, and deleting the data. So here in the given slide we can see that some basic disadvantages of the traditional file processing system. So these are the disadvantages of a traditional file processing system, in which our database management system overcomes all these disadvantages to be the advantageous one. So that's why we are going for database management system. So that in traditional file processing in the system may be using the paper and pen or very basic formulas. So that is our traditional file processing system. Here some few disadvantages are given. The first one is data redundancy. That is, the same data may be scattered in different tables. That is the data redundancy. Data consistency in the inconsistency in the sense the same data but in the different thing it may be scattered in different tables. That is going to be the data inconsistency, which means in different tables the same data to be, but it is a different one. So that is our data inconsistency issues and difficulty in accessing the data. Yeah, this is a very important point. So whenever in traditional file processing system, if we want to search for some data, if we need to retrieve any particular data immediately, so in traditional file processing system it is quite difficult, but our database management system allows us to retrieve the required data very effectively and efficiently. So that is the main reason we are going for the database management system. So we are having this problem in our traditional file processing system, that is difficulty in accessing the data, that is the required data. And also the data isolation problem and integrity problem, atomicity problem, concurrent access anomalies and security problem. So these are also some of the problems in our traditional file processing system. So next one is database languages. So database languages, in the sense we have some two types of database languages, that is DDL and DML. So DDL is nothing but data definition language and DML is nothing but data manipulation languages. As we know very well, in database management system we are using queries to store the data and updating the data, or if you want to retrieve any data or delete data, whatever the operations may be, if you are going to perform in database, we have to go through in the queries, right? So for that we have some two basic languages, that is DDL and DML. So in which I repeat, DDL in the sense data definition language and DML in the sense data manipulation language. So the first thing, DDL. So DDL in the sense, as we know, data definition language, which is used to design and modify the database. So the first step, first we are going to create a data, or if you want to drop a data, or if you want to alter any data, okay, the initial design is the data definition language. Okay, so that is the step where you are going to define the data. So that is, it is used to design and modify the data. So the following are the syntax given to create a table. So create is going to be the keyword, table is also a keyword, and the table name is the user defined, that is we can give our own table name. So create and table both are the keywords, we cannot change it. If you want to write a query to create a table, use a keyword create followed by the keyword table, then followed by the user defined table name for the particular table, that is create table name. Okay, so along with that we have syntax for adding the columns and dropping the columns. You can see, so add is going to be the keyword and column name, so the name of the column and the type of the data in the column, so that is the data type. Similarly for dropping a column, drop is a keyword, so DML in the sense the data manipulation language, which is used to store and retrieve the data from the database. If you want to store any data, and again if you want to retrieve any data from the database, we can go for this DML, that is the data manipulation languages, in which we are having some four basic, that is select from where, insert into values, update set where and delete from where. Which means this select from where, everything is a keyword. Along with that we have to include some points. You can see the example. So select author name from book author where age is greater than 25. This is the example given. You can notice in this, the select is going to be the keyword followed by the author name, so which is going to be the column name, and from in the sense it is a book author, in the sense the table name, from is going to be the keyword. Again in the third line you can notice that where is a keyword and age greater than 25 is a user defined, as we are going to give some constraint. So in the book author table. For the column name author name, whose age is greater than 25, those author names are going to get displayed. So this is the output of the given condition. So you can see the syntax: select column name from table name where condition. Okay, so that is the select column name is the author name and from table name is the book author, and condition is age greater than 25, in which select from where these three are going to be the keywords and the other part is the user defined one. So the next one is insert into table. So this is the keyword, that is insert into table. That insert into is a keyword, and table in the sense you have to replace it with the table name. Insert into table name, that is TP is the name of the table, and author subject is the column names, in which the values, that is Jiva computer. Okay, so for the author and subject you are going to insert the values like Jiva and computer. Jiva is going to be the name of the author and computer is going to be the subject name. These two values are inserted in a new column. So you can see the update. So update table name, set column name. So here update is a keyword and table name is TP, set is a keyword and column name is author. So where you can see where is also a keyword. The already author name given is as Jiva. Now we are updating the Jiva as Jiva Krishnan. So this is the update syntax. So this is delete from table name where condition. Here also the delete from where, these three are going to be the keyword. So we are going to delete some author name whose name is unknown. Okay, so from the table TPS. So here delete from is a keyword, TPS is the table name, where is the condition. So whose author name is unknown, we can delete the data. Thank you.